Well, there is some encouraging news now for supporters of that controversial Keystone XL pipeline. The House Natural Resources Committee passing a bill to speed construction of the oil transport system by preventing the Obama administration from imposing any further delays and making it easier to build the 1,700-mile pipeline from Canada to the United States Gulf Coast. Colorado Congressman Doug Lamborn joins us. He has been one of the more vocal supporters of the pipeline, a member of the House Natural Resources Committee. Congressman, thanks for being with us. You probably can get it passed in the House, but what about the Senate?
Well, a majority of senators are on record supporting the Keystone pipeline. The only person now standing between the way of it becoming reality or not is President Barack Obama. Only one person is standing in the way.
Right. You know, some of the senators, and I'll name one of them, Ron Wyden of Oregon, says, look, American consumers likely wouldn't benefit that much in the end because a lot of the oil would end up being exported. Is that true?
We don't know. There might be some percentage, it might even be a smaller percentage, would end up being exported. But this creates 20 to 40,000 immediate construction jobs no matter what.
Yeah.
And the 800,000 barrels it brings in a day, that's half of what we bring in by tanker from the Middle East each day. It's much more environmentally safer.
Right. There have been not one, not two, but 3 environmental impact studies, exhaustive studies, that, you know, in the end said very limited environmental impact. And yet the Environmental Protection Agency claims that it doesn't have all the information it needs more information. Is that true?
No, that's merely a stalling tactic. This is the most studied pipeline in history. It's the most technologically advanced pipeline in history. There are some people that don't want it no matter what. You can't ever please them. They want perfection. You can't have that in this world. They just want it, they don't want it, and they're contriving excuses.
Well, they're concerned about carbon emissions, but isn't it true that if you actually end up not building the pipeline and the oil gets transported by diesel locomotive, that's a greater environmental impact than the pipeline would be?
Oh, that's exactly right. Or taking it by truck or by boat across the Pacific to China. That oil will be used one way or another. So environmentalists really have no leg to stand on. They just don't like where it comes from. They don't like the use of hydrocarbons. They want us to go to wind and solar strictly. That's unrealistic in this world.
And if we don't use the fuels refracted from the Canadian oil sands, then what are we going to use? We'll end up using heavy crude, which is more environmentally damaging, and we obviously have to turn more to coal. Again, more environmentally damaging.
Well, yeah, it makes sense on the environmental front, and most of all, the 20 to 40,000 immediate jobs and the boost to the economy. I don't know why the president doesn't want that. We have a mediocre economy. We need more jobs. This is a bipartisan way to create more jobs. He should say yes.
Congressman Doug Lamborn, thank you very much for being with us.
You're welcome.